Hey everyone, so today I'm starting a new series that is on Kamala Das. So Kamala Das majorly wrote in two languages, which are English and Malayalam. She is very well known for her explicit autobiography, My Story. I have read it and I think it is a must read for everyone. Also, her pen name is Madhavi Kutti. When we read her work, we find that she is a major component in the Indian feminist movement. So today I'm going to discuss one of her poems, which is known as an introduction. This poem has been published in her first collection, and the collection's name is Summary in Calcutta, and this collection was published in 1965. So Kamala Das did not had a very good start in her life. She was married at 16, and whenever we read her works, we find that she has always faced existential crisis, identity crisis. Her works are always filled with feminist ideas. So here in the poem, she gives us an idea about how men have always have an identity, whereas women, they've always suffered, they've always struggled to get the same. So she starts by saying, I don't know politics, but I know the names of those in power and can repeat them like days of week or names of months, beginning with Nehru. So here she is talking about the men in politics. Next, although she does not have a very firm grasp on politics, but yet she knows the name of these big politicians whom she has mentioned here. One of them is Nehru. So in the next lines, she is describing herself. She says, I'm Indian, very brown, born in Malabar. I speak 3 languages, write in 2, dream in 1. Now, why has she mentioned about language here? We'll get to know as we read the poem. Don't write in English, they said. English is not your mother tongue. So Das is someone who was very much criticized for writing in English because it was considered that she did not write in her own language, in her own mother tongue. So that is why language has an importance in this poem. Then she says, why not leave me alone, critics, friends, visiting cousins, every one of you? Why not let me speak in any language I like? The language I speak becomes mine. Its distortions, its queerness, all mine, mine alone. So whenever she feels that whenever she is criticized for writing in English, there is no one to back her up. She feels that language is just a way of just showing your emotions, and as long as emotions are properly shown, this language should not be a barrier. The next lines, it is half English, half Indian, funny perhaps, but it is honest. It is as humans as I am human. Don't you see? So she says that it does not matter whether the language is half English, half Indian, and perhaps if it is funny, but my words are honest. It voices my joys, my longings, my hopes, and it is useful to me as cawing is to crows or roaring to the lions. It is human speech, the speech of the mind that is here and not there, a mind that sees and hears and is aware. So she feels that her expression of thoughts through languages is as important as it is for a crow to caw, and it is also as important as is roaring to lions. And she says that the speech of the mind that is here and not there. So her language and her expressions are a speech of her mind, not the deaf blind speech of trees in storm, or of monsoon clouds, or of rain, or the incoherent mutterings of the blazing funeral pyre. Her thoughts and expressions, they do mean something, unlike the roaring of the storm or the mutterings of the blazing fire, which do not mean anything. I was childly, and later they told me I grew, for I became tall, my limbs swelled, and 1 or 2 places sprouted hair. When I asked for love, not knowing what else to ask for, he drew a youth of 16 into the bedroom and closed the door. Now she starts saying about herself how she was always considered as an object. Here she is talking about her physical growth, how she became tall, how her limbs swelled, and 1 or 2 places sprouted hair. She is talking about puberty here. And when she wanted love from others, she was married just because she was physically mature now. Nobody asked what her dreams were and what did she wanted to do in her life. And other than that, they just married her off because that is what was considered about women. In marriage also, she did not find a suitable husband. So at some points we also find that Kamala Das had a lot of regrets just of being a woman. It was just her body that led her marriage at the age of 16. Reading the poem, he did not beat me, but my sad woman body felt so beaten. The weight of my breasts and womb crushed me. I shrank pitifully. Then I wore a shirt and my brother's trousers, cut my hair short and ignored my womanliness. So these lines, they show how womanhood was a burden for her. So she tried to be like a man, like a boy, and she wore a shirt. She started wearing a shirt and her brother's trousers. Also developed the haircut as boys. Reading the poem, dress in saris, be girl, be wife, they said. Be embroiderer, be cook, be a quarreler with servants, fit in. Oh, belong, cried the categorizers. Don't sit on walls or peep in through our lace draped windows. Be Amy or be Kamla, or better still, be Madhavi Kuti. It is time to choose a name, a role. So she was always reminded to fit in, to dress like a woman, to wear a sari, to quarrel with servants, and to fit in the society. So I'll be sharing the video in two parts, and that is the first part. I'll bring the second part soon. Hope you all found the video informative. Thank you for watching. Like, share, and subscribe.